Welcome everybody to the third of our Thrive at Wellbeing Work at Wellbeing Awards. My name is Paul Litchfield. I chair the programme board for the Midlands Mental Health and Productivity Pilot. I'm an occupational physician by background. That's a doctor who advises businesses on the health of their people. And I've had a particular interest in mental health at work for the past 35 years, despite my youthful good looks. So I'm delighted to have been asked to be one of your hosts for this evening's awards. To start us off, we're going to be hearing from the West Midlands Combined Authority's Executive Director of Economic Delivery, Productivity, Skills and Communities. That's Dr. Julie Nugent. So Julie, welcome and over to you.
Thanks, Paul. So very short from me, I'm just delighted to welcome you all to the Combined Authority's Thrive at Work Wellbeing Awards. Tonight's a celebration. We all know how important good mental health and wellbeing is and how critical it is that we make it a topic of everyday conversation. So in that vein, I wanted to take a moment just to share with you that I'm the mother of a teenage girl who today has finally been diagnosed with ADHD and who now has a care plan in place. The difference that's going to make to her and to me is absolutely huge. You will all appreciate that. And I've been lucky. I've had a very, very supportive employer who's allowed me to take time out when I've needed to look after her. Your organisations are all here today because you've led the way in promoting wellbeing in the workplace. So looking forward to hearing more about what you've done, but wanted to add my personal thanks as well. So I'm delighted to hand over to the Mayor of the West Midlands, Andy Street, who you will all know, but who's also been a real personal champion, I think, of promoting good mental health and good well-being in the workplace. So Andy, over to you.
Thank you very much, Julian. Thank you, if I may say, for sharing your news in that very straightforward way. So I can be extremely brief at this point, which is just simply to say I'm looking forward to the next hour and a bit because we did the awards the previous 2 years. They were great occasions where, quite rightly, we made a big fuss of the companies that were succeeding and thinking about the difference you are making to your staff. We've got over 50 accreditations to award tonight, covering foundation, bronze, and for the first time, silver. And I remember the end of the award session last year, where we actually looked forward to potentially having our first silver award. And indeed, we've got to that. So that's very exciting. You don't need any more from me at this stage. There's lots more later. Back to Paul.
Thanks so much, Andy. So over 50 awards, that really is quite an achievement. That means we've achieved over 60% more awards this year than last year. So well done to everybody. Our first set of awards are at foundation level, and that consists of 5 steps. And this ensures that organisations start in the right way, that they've identified the needs of both their employees and the organisation by carrying out a detailed needs assessment, and that they've analysed information so that they can develop a robust action plan that then will take them forward to their structured wellbeing programme. So I'm excited to find out more about how you've all gained your awards. And while we hear some of your ideas and initiatives, please do use the chat function for any comments, suggestions, or congratulations, of course, that you may have. So, Andy.
So thank you. You'll probably gather, everybody, Paul and I have got all sorts of script to see us through this next period. If we both manage to keep to our lines throughout, it'll be a miracle, but we're both going to do our best. And hopefully we can be succinct so we hear from all of you. So Paul, thank you. And I should say at this stage, thank you for joining us as co-host and everything you've done to get us to this part. So simple point really to make here is we're going to start getting into the companies now. I really appreciate what's gone on to all the hard work that goes into earning an award. And should we say a very big thank you and well done to everybody. Just before we hear some stories, I'd like to call out 3 organisations, all of whom are new to the Roll of Honour this year, but they've not just managed to get to foundation, they've also got to bronze award. We'll hear more of them later. And they're Denso Automotive UK, Forkers Limited and Millennium Point. So no more ado, let's get into the awards and hear from those companies who gained a foundation award but cannot be with us this evening. And now, Lisa, I'm hoping the tech works and you can pop up the list of those. Something's happening. Hooray! So there are the list of those who've gained their foundation award. I think there's another slide as well, if I remember this correctly. Yes, there's the second award. So I'm sorry we're not able to hear from them, their residents, but there's a great geographical spread there, lots of work done, and just we can perhaps start off then by congratulating everyone who's listed there but can't be with us this evening, and as they pursue, of course, their next stage, the bronze stage. So well done them as a starter. Paul, back to you.
Thanks, Andy. So now we'll move on to the bit that you've all really been waiting for, and that's where we talk about your organisations and what you've achieved. So for everyone attending this evening, Foundation has been split into two groups, as you've seen on the slide. So we listen out for your organisation, as we'll be giving you the opportunity to speak to Andy at the end of each group. So if we can have the PowerPoint. So the logos, I think, Andy, are going to come in as you announce each.
Oh, I see. I was waiting for them all to come up. Thank you very much, Paul. You are more telepathic than I am. The power of remote coordination. So the first winner tonight we want to call out, in no particular order, of course, these is Support Staffordshire. Boom, boom. Yeah, up comes the logo. Who are a charity with the largest independent voice for voluntary community and social enterprise organisations across Staffordshire, with 70 employees, and the Thrive lead there is Sandra Payne. And as Paul said, what we're going to do is when we've done the first group, we'll hear from any of these organisations who'd like to chip in. So Sandra and others I call out, if you're ready to tell your stories in a bit, that would be great. Then next we come to Carers Trust, Heart of England, who exist to improve the lives of family, carers and the people they care for. 140 employees, big organisation, and the Thrive lead there is Claire Dale. Next, we come to Coventry Metalcraft from the automotive and manufacturing sector, and theirs is a great reason for signing up. They say that mental health is an often overlooked issue in a male-dominated workforce, and we need to do better. Now, this is a really good point, as quite often, as we know, men's mental health isn't talked about openly. So it's good that Coventry Metalcraft are looking to improve on this for their 24 members of staff, and the Thrive lead there, Liliana Attrill. And the next brand to come up is Core Clinics, who are, not surprising given the name, they are a healthcare industry-based organisation in Warwickshire, 28 employees, and their lead is Becky Owen. So congratulations to Becky. And then next we go to Bridgetown Primary School, who join to do as much as they can to improve well-being for their staff. They have big primary school, 64 staff. So well done, and thank you to Bridgetown Primary School, led in their case by Stephanie Ferries, of course, from Stratford-on-Avon. Then, of course, we go to the Black Country. Mary Stevens Hospice, well-known organisation, has been providing vital care and support free of charge to families, patients and loved ones since 1991. Charity now employs 90 staff and has joined to improve the support they can offer to all of their staff. So well done to their Thrive lead, who is Jerry Crow. Next, one of the biggest organisations we will be featuring today, from again across the geography, to the Lincolnshire Co-op, who are the main, are obviously in the retail industry, nearly 3,000 employees. So one of our bigger organisations, as I say, and they've signed up to develop best practice in their commitment to health and well-being. Their lead is, of course, Barbara Farron. So Barbara, thank you. And then just pulling together this group, I'm going to talk about two companies who together, as they both have under 10 employees. So we've gone from an organisation with 3,000 employees to one with just 10. So accreditation for them is really a big achievement because it falls on a few small shoulders. First is to Oscar Birmingham, a small voluntary organisation, registered charity, who raised awareness of sickle cell and thalassemia, both red blood cell disorders, and they provide support and befriending services to those affected by these conditions. And the Thrive leads are Hobby Rahman and Sumera Naz. And then TPS Squared Limited, a design, print and digital studio in Wolverhampton, and their lead is Carolyn Smith. And the last in group one is MSC Industrial Supplies, a distributor of industrial tools, and has 230 employees. Now, I'm being ignorant. I don't remember where MSC are based. So, Jane, if you want to tell us, that would be great. And they've also signed up to improve associates' well-being, and well done to their Thrive lead, who is Jane Hollis. Paul, back to you.
Well, that was quite a variety of sectors and sizes of organisation, Andy, and great to hear about all those organisations putting wellbeing at the forefront of the way they operate. So, Group 1, I think it's time we got to see you. So, if you can turn on your cameras, please, and give us a wave. And if anybody in Group 1, you can wave virtually or with the hands that God gave you. And if anyone wants to say anything about your journey or how you feel about receiving an award, then please unmute because we'd love to hear from you.
Hi, is it okay if I go first?
Of course it is.
Okay, Sandra Payne from Support Staffordshire. And I just want to say a big thank you for all the support that we got from Mitzi and Sharon in particular. And our journey started really with the staff health needs assessment, because it involved all the staff immediately. And then from that, we started an action plan. And our main campaigns were setting up staff groups. So we did climate action, disrupting racism, and a wellbeing group. And one of the really good wellbeing things that we did through COVID was nature emails, and now we can all get back together again. We're doing walking groups as well. So this has been a really good platform to help the staff wellbeing, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandra, for going first. I don't need everyone to contribute, but anybody else like to contribute? And just, I can't actually see everybody's face, I don't think. So just jump in if you'd like to.
Carolyn from TP Squared, if that's okay.
Lovely, please.
Yeah, so we're in the creative industry sector, and according to statistics, creative industries are 3 times more likely to suffer mental health issues. So we take it's really passionate for us that we take our mental health super seriously. Mitzi was a great support all the way through, guiding us through all the criteria, and it's just really achieving this foundation. It's a good step for the next steps for us to make sure that we just keep mental health and well-being at the forefront. So it's not just ticking a box, it's something that we really passionately need to do day in, day out to keep us happy and healthy.
Brilliant. I love that idea that it's all day, every day. It's not a special occasion. Very good. Anybody, maybe one last caller from this first group? Anyone want to jump in? Can I knew where every other company was based. I'm going to be naughty and ask if Carolyn's on the line from TP. No, sorry, wrong one. If Jane, we've just heard from TPS Squared, my apologies, from Jane Hollis from MSC Industry, because I'm not sure where you're based, Jane. Not there? Don't worry. Okay, not to worry. Okay, well, anybody else want to jump in? I'm not seeing, I did just look, not seeing any hands, but so can we just draw Group 1 to an end then, to say thank you and well done to everybody. And I think even though we can't necessarily hear one another, we should just do the time-honoured gesture to say congratulations to everybody in that first group then. So there we are. And then let's move then to Paul. I think it's back to you.
Yep, indeed. So let's move on to Group 2. So let's hear from them. I think it's a quick pass back to you, Andy.
Oh, is it? Right, lovely. And I think the number, there we are, the list is coming up for the second set of organisations. And the first one, we go to Coventry, to the Baggington Fields School, who have 85 employees who join to improve and support their offer their people around mental health and wellbeing. The Thrive lead there is Alison Francis. And the second one we go to, a big organisation, Birmingham Children's Trust, who exist, as we know, to make a positive difference for children, young people and families across the city. 1,800 employees now, and the leads there are Gordon Latham and, of course, Natalie, I hope I pronounced this right, Gillings. So Gordon Latham and Natalie Gillings. Then next we go to Ledec Limited, who are in the automotive sector, and they joined as part of their drive to improve the offer for employees, 1,500 employees, so a big undertaking that falls to Claire Gaffercole. So Claire, thank you for what you do. Next person, or next group, sorry, is the MES Systems Limited, a brand we know in the property sector, and they again have signed up to help their organisation look after their team, 21 employees, and the lead there is Richard Morgan. So Richard, thank you. And then we go to Rugby, to St Matthew's Bloxham C of E Primary School. And in their words, they joined because the well-being of their staff is a massive priority, which, you know, it's always great to hear that reflected. And Anita Timpson there is the lead for the 35 members of the team at that rugby school. Just along the road, we go back to Coventry, to the Coventry Independence Advice Service. And that, as the name suggests, is the charity offering free advice, information and support to Coventry residents. Small organisation with just 11 employees. I'm sure the reach goes well beyond that, though. And the Thrive lead is Alan Markey. So Alan, congratulations. And then we next go to, in Coventry, to the Capsh Traffic Com Limited, a relatively new transport and traffic solutions organisation with 30 staff, and the lead there is Shari Lewinson Frisch. So thank you, Shari. And then we go to the NMITE, and that is an organisation of 48 employees, again signing up to improve the ongoing development of their health and well-being strategy. Organisation that there is led by Lisa O'Neill. So congratulations to Lisa. Next to an organisation that we will all have heard of, Compass. I think they may be one of the biggest, certainly one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the list so far. They are, of course, in the food industry, employing 7,000 staff, and they've signed up to enable them to further support the development of their people and customers, and their project lead is Harjeet Moore. Then a company or an organisation that I'm personally very soft on. I've run the Birmingham Half Marathon to raise money for them a few times, so I've got achy feet as a consequence. The Acorns Children's Hospice Trust, 500 employees across the region, and their lead is Becky Mallon. And then the final organisation in this second batch is EXI, EXI. And their vision is a world where physical activity and healthcare are properly integrated, enabling everyone to improve their well-being. Congratulations to them and their Thrive lead, who's Claire Briley. Paul.
Great. Well, congratulations to everyone in Group 2. That was another set of really thought-provoking reasons for signing up to Thrive. And I think it's time we all got to see you now. So if I could ask Group 2 to turn your cameras on and give us a wave. And again, if anyone wants to say a few words about your journey or how you feel about receiving your awards, then either wave, or I can see Alan's put his hand up, Andy.
Yes.
Or if people can't do that, then just chip in.
So Alan, you're definitely first. Fire away.
Thanks. Yeah, well, obviously, first thing is to thank you for the award. It's great to receive it. We're an advice charity, as you said, Andy, and our focus is on the well-being and health of our client group, people in some of the most disadvantaged communities in Coventry. And I think, you know, it's a stressful job for everyone. And the Thrive at Work programme was actually a really helpful tool, I think, to help us to focus on our own staff as well as on our client group. And the journey through it has been very rewarding. We are onto the bronze level as well now. We haven't obviously completed that yet, but we're working our way through it. And it's you know, it's been a really useful, helpful programme to keep us on track. So thank you.
Well, thank you for your generous response there. And I think, and good luck for your next pursuit, as you say. Right, next we see Anita from Rugby, I think.
Yes, we're a one form entry primary school in Rugby, and I want to thank you for the opportunity of being able to take part in the Thrive at Work Awards. It started for us from the health needs assessment. We found that the mental health of staff was generally good, particularly after COVID, working in a school that was supposedly closed, but not closed. Our priority was physical health, fitness and diet. So we all signed up to the Joe Wicks coaching thing app, and we started a weekly staff fitness club, which it takes some doing after a day at school. But I'm very much looking forward to gaining the bronze award now. So thank you everybody for the opportunity.
That is brilliant. Anybody else from Group 2 want to jump in? We've heard 2, 1 Coventry, 1 Rugby. Anybody else? Not seeing any other hands. No one's appearing on my screen. In which case, Paul, I think it's back to you to reflect a little on Group 2.
Great. Well, super to hear that and hear about the start that so many people have made on their Thrive at Work journeys. And I think we need to reflect really that that's good for them, it's good for our staff, it's good for our business, and it's also good for society. So on all 3 grounds, I do think that's an excellent achievement, and everybody deserves a round of applause. So, are we going to have an animation, Lisa, or are we going straight into the next piece? Great. So rounding off the foundation level, that's an awful lot of people that are benefiting from those different initiatives and ideas, and all 37 organisations, as I said before, deserve congratulations. Well done to all of you, and it goes to show how you all make such a big difference. So if we now move on to the Bronze Awards, bronze really is an excellent achievement. I'm particularly for smaller sized organisations. This level contains several themes, which include 4 core ones focusing on enablers of health, mental health, musculoskeletal health and lifestyles. And the emphasis here is on providing information that people need to enable them to make healthier lifestyle choices for themselves. To gain the award, over 112 pieces of evidence are required to demonstrate how the different criteria on mental health and well-being are being met. So we asked the 14 organisations who are receiving the Bronze Award to create a video, and we'd like to thank you all for the hard work that's gone into that, that you've put in to showcase what you've done at our awards today. So first up is Millennium Point, who, as you've already heard, have been awarded both foundation and bronze this year, and I'm sure you'll agree that's a major achievement. So Millennium Point is an events venue and landlord. They host several iconic names, including Think Tank and Birmingham City University. They felt that Thrive at Work would increase their focus on well-being and ensure that the well-being support offered was tailored to the needs of their staff and not just what they thought the staff needed. And then delivering that through an improved strategy. So if we can see, Lisa, their acceptance video.
Hi, my name's Lily and I work in the People and Development Department here at Millennium Point.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Curry, Head of People and Development.
We're so proud to have achieved our bronze level of the Thrive accreditation programme, and we've really enjoyed our health and wellbeing journey so far.
We've all learned an awful lot along the way, and we're now just about to start the silver level.
Great. So we should, I hope, have both Lily and Vanessa with us this evening. So if you could put your cameras on and your mics on and join Andy, please.
Hi, Andy.
Hello there. So, ooh, you've not popped up on my screen yet, but you're talking away, so that's
So I
great.
raise my hand.
Ah, you have now. More importantly, on everybody else's screen, Lily. That's lovely. So just tell us a bit about it then. Tell us about your journey, because it's been quite incredible. So far away.
Yes, so we started foundation, and then we just kind of at the same time, without almost realizing it, started bronze as well. We actually had quite a lot of the evidence already, because we do have quite a supportive organisation. So it wasn't that hard really to kind of collate the information that we needed. But then what's been really nice about the Thrive work is it's formalised what we've done, and we've got a proper health and wellbeing strategy now, which we didn't have before. We did 4 campaigns, and we did various different initiatives to get our team members on board. And we had really good positive feedback. We ran a musculoskeletal day in the summer, where we had a physiotherapist come in and do like mini MOT sessions with team members, and everyone absolutely loved it. And we had really good feedback from that. And yeah, it's just becoming kind of part of our culture, really. We're just starting silver now, which is great. And it's just becoming, the more we do, the more we're finding it's embedded in everything that we do. It's becoming second nature. Things like having it on board agendas, board reports, and just taking it that next level, and also getting the sign off from our chief exec. She's really supportive, and she's really keen on giving the message about removing the stigma behind mental health and other health and wellbeing kind of initiatives. So yeah, we really enjoyed it, and we really appreciate the opportunity to do it, and we're really thankful for the award. So
thank you. And you pick a theme that we pick a number of themes actually that I'm sure we'll come back to in other presentations, but one there I can't let go by without mentioning or playing back the support of the chief executive to give the environment for this to be concentrated on. Really, really important. So thank you for drawing that out, Lily, and well done indeed. Lovely. Paul.
Great. So well done, Lily, and all the team. And just to add to what Andy's just said, I think when you get to the point that wellbeing is part of business as usual, then you're really well on the way on the journey. So well done with that. So our next organisation is Park Hill Thorns Federation. That's the Thorns Infant School and Park Hill Junior School. Here, I have to say, in Kenilworth, not any bias showing there at all. And they have 60 employees. So let's see their acceptance video, please.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Harrison. I'm the School Business Manager here at Park Hill Thorns Federation. Thank you for awarding us the bronze level of the Thrive at Work. We'd like to thank Jenny Duggan from the West Midlands Combined Authority, who worked alongside us to achieve this result. Completing the bronze level of the Thrive at Work has helped to improve staff wellbeing, staff morale. We've helped to review all our practices that we're doing here. We've introduced our Wellbeing Board with monthly topics, and we've been able to sample staff to free training, arrange talks on pensions, offer the flu vaccine, and many other opportunities. We look forward to continuing the Thrive at Work, and fingers crossed for silver. Thanks.
That's great. And if you're with us, Rebecca, would you like to switch your camera and mic on?
Hi, okay.
Oh yes, lovely. Everyone has perfect notice boards in these schools. There's something definitely.
Yeah.
You obviously
No, that's a cupboard behind me. No.
So again, you said lots of stuff that was applicable to lots of others, but I'm just very interested in what's driving you on. The last thing you said, driving you on to silver, because lots of organisations coming through. So where's that motivation coming from for the next level?
I think it's the things that we've already embedded. I want to make sure that it's sustainable and we continue it. And I think if we didn't carry on with the silver, we'd kind of lose that momentum.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic because Jenny's already got meetings scheduled in with me to carry on doing some work. And it's the opportunities that are coming out of it, because we've signed up to this WHOOP training, and we had some other free training. So it's that opening the door and just pushing it forward. Plus, I think mental health is really prevalent everywhere at the moment. Yes, COVID was a few years ago, but the impact of that is really starting to come through. Certainly for us in schools, we see it in the children and therefore need to support the staff. So it's making sure we've got that and getting that continuing support.
Well, oddly enough, for my second question, we've had a number of schools so far, and this question goes a little beyond perhaps the normal remit. And I'm wondering whether you use the expertise that you've built up in your thinking about your staff for thinking about signs in your youngsters.
Yes, there's a different Thrive that helps the children, but
absolutely.
we are doing lots of work and thinking about the mental health. You are more mindful of it now with the children as well, so it is linked.
Interesting. Anything else you want to, we could talk all day, but as you know, we've got a lot to get through. Anything else you want to tell us about, Rebecca?
Carry on.
No,
Thank you.
Many congratulations to you and indeed to all of your team, Rebecca. Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed, well done, Rebecca, and to all at Parkhill Thorns. So our next organisation is up the road in Coventry, Tiny Tim's Children's Centre. They're a charity in the city centre of Coventry. They provide free therapy sessions to children with disabilities and special needs. They have just 8 employees. They can't be with us this evening, so let's hear from Andy a bit about them.
Well, I'm very sorry they can't be with us, but as you heard, they're a small organisation, Tiny Tim's Children's Centre. But thank you, Tiny Tim's, for what you have done. And what they did, they undertook a comprehensive health needs assessment and put in interventions and incentives which were positively received by their staff. They also encouraged, and a theme again coming out today, physical activity through the Cycle to Work scheme, which has led to the installation of cycle racks for those wishing to cycle to work. So I'm sure everyone will join me in just passing on our congratulations to Tiny Tim's Children's Centre and to their Thrive lead, Sarah Hemmings. Oh.
Great. So our next organisation is Tisky Limited. Tisky is an IT computer sports service. They have 126 employees. They continued their journey as they're dedicated to caring for their employees, including particularly their health and well-being. So let's see the video, please.
One of our values is putting people first, so we're always looking for new ways to improve our team's happiness and health. We're delighted to have recently gained our Bronze Award for the Thrive at Work scheme. Our health and wellbeing champions have worked hard to get us all involved in a range of activities, starting with our Lapland Step Challenge, which saw employees from all over the UK step away from their laptops come rain, shine or snow. Since then, we've hosted meditation workshops, a mindful sunflower growing competition, and sessions on mental health, paediatric first aid, healthy eating, and non-visible illnesses. Thank you to everyone at Coventry and Warwickshire Thrive for your help and support in guiding us to become a healthier team.
Wow. So
fantastic. Now, I hope we've got the Thrive lead, Fiona Trinder, with us, and also Darren Bassett. So if you could switch your cameras on, please, and mics.
Yes, Paul. So hi, Darren, how are you? I don't know if we can see Fiona just yet, but I can see
yes, I'm
Darren.
Here.
Well, you're here as well. Lovely. So I know you paid tribute to Coventry and Warwickshire, but you said you had employees across the country. So are you a remote-based IT company then?
We are indeed. And also we have grown significantly over the last couple of years. So we're actually 190 employees now. So that's must have been 126 when we started our foundation. So obviously we've got everyone working from home. We've got people based all over the UK now. And we're finding that our health and wellbeing activities are just a brilliant way of bringing everyone together, albeit virtually. So it's a common purpose. We've been doing step challenges together. In fact, we're just about to start our third because we enjoy them so much. And we've done all sorts of different activities.
But it's interesting you're a remote-based company as well, because we've talked a lot about organisations that have a central point like a school. Any particular challenge in that remote-based organisation?
I think it's just you have to think slightly outside the box. I think it's it's things that people can do and enjoy, but you don't absolutely have to do them together and in person. So the step challenges are fantastic. We've been using a platform called Big Team Challenge, which coordinates everyone, and we're puts us all into teams. So we're doing the challenge together, which has been really successful.
Brilliant. And Darren, I have to ask you, because I'm making the assumption you might have done this. What is the Lapland Step Challenge?
I did participate, Andy. So that's in teams of, I think it was 3 at the time, and you're trying to take as many steps as you can, walking from Helsinki to Lapland as a team. So the team that gets their first wins, and we took it as an opportunity to involve some of our customers as well. So other people that work with Tiski. So yeah, however many thousands of steps, 100,000 steps collectively, I think it was, in order to get to
millions and millions. It was.
Was it millions? It wasn't far enough, Fiona. We could have kept going.
What's the next challenge then, if it wasn't far enough?
Well, we did London to Edinburgh, didn't we? In the kind of summer. So I don't know where the next one's going to be.
We haven't decided yet. It depends how many people sign up. So we were getting, 80 odd people signed up for the first one, and plus of some customer teams as well. And then everyone enjoyed it so much, we actually we went 6-week challenge to start with. The second one, we did an 8-week challenge, and we still got 80 odd people joining up. So it really depends. The challenge you choose depends on how many people take part. So we'll find out when we launch it in the new
Maybe
year.
we could do something local. We could do 1 million laps of the Coventry Ring Road. I don't know. Like that, yeah.
I drove around it the other day. That was enough.
Exotic. Okay, one last question for you, because you said something very interesting in your answer. I think it was Darren who said it, but either of you please answer. Working with your customers, is there a business advantage in that as well?
Absolutely. I mean, it's something that's certainly as an IT provider working very closely with a lot of government organisations, it's something that people expect, that you take care of your staff. And it's, quite often, without getting too mechanical about it, it's kind of 10 or 20% of tender responses can be about the approach that you have to corporate social responsibility. So we're a kind of net carbon neutral organisation. We do invest in the health and well-being of our staff. We fundamentally believe it is important. Does that give us the advantage? Potentially, but more important, it's just doing the right thing for our staff. So that's why we really want to do it.
Brilliant. Well, thank you both for your commitment, and my apologies that we got 126 and it should have been 190. That's some rapid growth. So well done, all of you, but nice talking to both of you. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Well, great to hear from a growing business. And as Tiski will well know, when you're in a sector where there's such a competition for good staff, well-being can make all the difference in attracting good people and retaining them. So well done to Tiski. So our next organisation is Wesleyan. Wesleyan are in the finance sector. They've got, well, the number we have is 1,420 employees. They again have continued their Thrive journey. They've improved further, and they're looking to apply best practice for the well-being of their employees. So let's see the video.
Hi everyone, I'm Jess Jarvis, Employee Experience Manager here at Wesleyan, and I'm delighted to be able to say that we've achieved our Bronze Thrive at Work accreditation. It's been hard work, but it's wonderful to be able to evidence our holistic approach to wellbeing. Throughout the accreditation, we've really built on the foundations of our wellbeing strategy, Be Well at Wesleyan, to ensure that we're offering guidance on colleagues' musculoskeletal health and their lifestyle choices. I'd like to thank everyone at Wesleyan who's helped me get here, and a particular shout out to Mitzi at Thrive at Work for her continued patience and support. Thanks everyone.
So
I hope Jess is with us. So if so, can you switch camera on, Jess?
Hi, thank you so much.
Hello, Jess. So you're the biggest organisation that's been on the camera so far. So perhaps the obvious question, not the biggest awarded in the whole awards, but biggest on the camera so far. So the challenges of getting this across an organisation, which I think approaching 1,500 employees now. So how have you gone about making sure it really sticks across the organisation?
It's been as well. I'd say it's been especially challenging since the pandemic, because not only are we a larger group, but also we're all at home, right, and have been for a few years. But I think the move to remote working actually helped us in this case, because we'd already built a really solid foundation of holding regular webinars. We have a whole host of communications. We utilise Workplace by Facebook to interact with people. We send emails out. We use our intranet, Teams. And it's just about making sure that when we launch something about wellbeing, and when we want to talk about it, that we're covering each of these channels. but still trying to keep that human approach as well. So we do try and do things in the office. I am forever going out to managers and saying, ask me questions, invite me to team meetings. I'm quite annoying, I think, at Wesleyan. But I try and get that digital and that human approach wherever I can. You just have to keep banging the drum, really, so it doesn't leave people's minds.
Brilliant. And I'm told, Little Bird told me, that you can see the advantage in your sickness and absence numbers.
Yes, yeah. So we're seeing people become more open about it. So it probably sounds strange to say, we've seen a slight increase in mental health absence reporting, and I don't necessarily see that as a negative, because previously we were always seeing no reason given or like a high amount of cough, colds and flus, whereas now people feel comfortable to say, actually, it is due to anxiety, or I'm feeling, I'm struggling with my depression at the moment. So we've seen a real increase in openness, and we have the next target of them reducing that number down, but we've got the resources in place and we're seeing people use them. So yeah, it's been really useful for us to go through this process.
Brilliant. Well, that's a great accolade. So many congratulations to Jess for driving this for your organisation. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Indeed, well done, Jess, and well done to all at Wesleyan. So our next organisation is Steps to Work. They're a charity based in Walsall. They currently have over 100 employees, and they provide employment support services to residents in deprived areas within the West Midlands and Staffordshire. So we should have one of the Thrive leads, Aisha Farouk, here today with Thomas Byrne. Would you like to put on your cameras and open your mics, please?
Fingers crossed. This is where we hold our breath. But I'm told that Aisha may be here. If not, doesn't look like it. If not, I think we have to say many congratulations to Steps to Work. And I do want to tell everybody that they were won in 2018 in our first awards, got to foundation level then. So the question I was going to ask them was about sustaining this. But sadly, we're all going to have to wait for the answer to that. So there we go. Paul, back to you. Steps to Work are suitably congratulated.
Indeed. So our next organisation is Millennium Bright Kid Company. They have 70 people and they joined to provide themselves with the expertise to improve the wellbeing support offered to their staff. And we should have a video if we can play that, please.
My name is Lorraine Ashford. I am the Wellbeing Champion for Bright Kids Nurseries, alongside our Director, Emma Beard. It's been lovely to take part in the Thrive at Work Wellbeing Awards. It has helped us to develop a deeper understanding and passion for all our staff's wellbeing at Bright Kids. I'd like to say thank you very much for receiving our Bronze Award today. Thank you, bye.
Great, thanks to Lorraine. Now, we should have Emma Warwick and Kelly Ellis-Jones with us today. If you are here, can you switch cameras on?
Hi there, you okay?
Hello.
We are, Emma. That's lovely. And is Kelly with you, or?
She's not with me. She's somewhere online here. Lorraine's actually sunning herself in Lanzarote, so her well-being.
And where are you? In our little brief, we haven't said where your organisation's based.
Okay, so we're based in Warwickshire, studying Warwickshire, but we've got settings in Worcestershire, Warwickshire, Birmingham and Coventry.
Oh, brilliant. So it says on my little crib sheet that you reckon being involved in Thrive at Work has actually changed the culture of your organisation. So
yeah, I think it's definitely enhanced what we already do. We work with children on a day-to-day basis, so kind of well-being and caring for people has always been at the forefront of everything that we do anyway. But I think this project has really just brought everything together and really propelled everything that we do for our members of staff. And yeah, I think it's just really brought everything that we already do together and kind of made us think outside the box a little bit more and enabled us to think of other better ways to support our members of staff.
And I'm told you formally have an employee assistance programme now as well, and that's new for most members of staff.
Yeah, definitely. For example, one of the things we've initiated from this is to introduce wellbeing champions at each of our nurseries. So every member of staff has the ability to go and talk to somebody designated has had a bit more training and has the skill set potentially to offer that a little bit more in depth training around mental health and wellbeing. I've also done my mental health first aid now as well, on the back of kind of doing this Thrive. So it's really kind of elevated everything that we do, and we hope to move on to Silver next.
There's a promise. We'll see you next year for Silver. So Emma, you and all your colleagues, thank you very much indeed.
So moving on, next we have a family-run company, Fawkers Limited. They're a multidisciplinary civil and ground engineering contractor. They provide a comprehensive range of construction services to their clients in the public and private sectors. They received both foundation and bronze accreditation this year, and we should see a short video from some of their team about their journey.
The mental health and well-being of our employees has always been important to us. We found that there were a lot of different mental health and well-being initiatives, but we lacked a proper plan for communicating this information to our workforce. So when we discovered Thrive at Work, it provided us with the structure we needed.
7 years ago, we unfortunately lost one of our directors, who was a very good friend to many of us, to suicide. Since then, we've been even more committed to and focused on promoting good mental health. We introduced mental health first aider training into the business, and we're proud to say that to date, 32 of our employees, which is 15% of our workforce, have now completed the 2-day mental health first aider course, and will continue to encourage employees to take up the opportunity to complete this course. This course really changes the way that you deal with situations both at work and in our home lives. It gives you a different perspective, and it helps you look for any signs of underlying issues rather than taking situations at face value. It has also highlighted to us all how important it is to talk. We sadly lost our special MD to cancer this summer, and we've helped and will continue to help each other through this grieving process by talking and being open and sharing our feelings. Over the last few years, we have set up a mental health committee which is made up of representatives from different areas of the business, including directors, senior managers and supervisors. We use these meetings to plan our mental health and wellbeing awareness strategies.
We also appointed a wellbeing coordinator who was in contact with all employees individually over the course of the pandemic and still continues to contact employees regularly, including those who are new to the business. So everyone knows where to turn to if they need help, and make them aware that we are committed to the work we do with regard to mental health and well-being.
We started our Thrive journey in the middle of the pandemic, and Thrive helped us to focus on the well-being of our employees while working from home, or for those who were continuing to work on site as key workers. We started a weekly Teams quiz which everyone looked forward to. We also made sure regular contact was kept with anyone working on sites to ensure they felt happy and safe to be doing so at all times. We also recognised that it was a lonely time for those having to work away from home, and so we gave them suggestions on things they could do while they'd been away from home, such as going for walks, arranging phone calls, virtual calls with friends and family, reading a book or learning a new skill such as foreign languages.
On returning to the office, we know how important it is that people have breaks and have time away from their workspace too. So we purchased some benches that people can use outside during their break.
Some of the initial feedback that we received from our first survey highlighted the main topics that our employees would be interested in receiving information on. We were able to use this in tailoring our campaigns. We also took into account the industry and the environment that we work in. All campaigns were very well received, such as prostate and ovarian cancer awareness, skin cancer awareness, and the importance of sleep. We used various types of media, including toolbox talks, posters, videos, leaflets and incentives, and set ourselves challenges to raise money for various charities to ensure we engage with everyone, and we received great feedback on these. This is something we'll continue to do as our employees enjoyed this feeling of being involved.
It's not only our own employees who are benefiting from the work we have done with Thrive, because we have an open door policy and are comfortable talking to each other about mental health. We speak openly with other contacts outside the business, including suppliers, about mental health, And since working with Thrive, we do know that some of our staff have been approached by others in confidence looking for guidance for a family member, a colleague who has been struggling with their mental health, and this has enabled us to assist them by pointing them in the right direction.
We recognise now, more so than ever, how important a healthy work-life balance is. And so we have shortened the working day and now close our offices at 5 p.m, which employees have greatly appreciated, as it means they can miss the traffic and can get home to have dinner with their family or just to have some time to themselves in the evening, for things such as going to the gym earlier or getting out for a walk. We have planned various events, including taking part in the Macmillan Mighty Hike in the Peak District in July, where a team of 20 of us completed a 26-mile hike and raised over £15,000 for Macmillan. We also have a dinner dance coming up in December and look forward to celebrating our 50th anniversary with our employees. We also have a 70s fancy dress event in February, where we'll be raising money for our local hospice charity. These are all great for morale and team building and give employees time away from work to socialise.
Although it was a lot of work to implement Thrive, we will always be grateful that we did, as it gave us the structure that we needed. We value our employees, as without them, the company would not be where it is today. So helping them to look after and maintain their mental health and well-being is key in our continued success.
Without the Thrive at Work programme, we would not be in the position we are today. And we'd particularly like to thank Mitzi at Thrive at Work for guiding us through the process. Her help was invaluable. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's an epic, the film. Yes, you're into Hollywood. So I think we've got Helena and Royce in there. If you'd just like to turn your cameras on. Sorry, Paul, you should be doing this bit, not me. My apologies, I jumped in. Long films, I'm just going to ask you one question, because you talk about so many things. Importance of sleep, my goodness, we know that's true. Mental health first aid, difference it's made. First time we've really had this called out. How important?
It's massive, isn't it? We have to have a lot of training for our guys to be on the sites. So we're well used to doing loads of training, but this is the best course we've ever put anybody on. It is the most worthwhile course you could ever go on. It's the best money you'll ever spend on training. It's changed the way that we work. It's changed the way that we behave, the way that we deal with situations, the way that we deal with people at work, in our home lives. It's amazing.
Oh, it's really powerful to hear you say that and to call it out so clearly. It couldn't be better. And seriously, I joke about the Hollywood blockbuster movie, but the way this has gone through your organisation is so clear. So many congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much.
Paul.
Absolutely, well done. I mean, bereavement is difficult in any organisation, but it must be particularly difficult in a close-knit family business. So turning that round to a positive, I think, really deserves an awful lot of congratulations. So well done to all of you. So our next organisation is Technoset. Technoset's a manufacturing company with 24 employees based in Rugby. Now, we should have the Thrive lead, Adam Land, attending this evening. So Adam, if you're with us, can you turn on your camera and mic, please?
I'm not seeing anyone unless you are, Paul. No,
I can't see anyone.
In which case, let's say congratulations to them, and you're going to, I think, move us on to the next one.
Yep. So next organisation, our colleagues in the NHS, the Royal Orthopaedic Hospital NHS Foundation Trust, located in Birmingham. They have over 1,000 members of staff. They joined Thrive at Work in 2019 and wanted to build on the great work they've already completed to be a supportive employer. So let's see their video.
I'm absolutely delighted to be accepting the Bronze Accreditation Award from Thrive at Work for the amazing work that we've done at the Royal Orthopaedic NHS Foundation Trust with regards to staff wellbeing. Our staff networks have been at the heart of the changes and the progress that we've made, and it's testament to the teams who have come together to help us to think about ways in which we can support our staff, both with the cost of living, physical wellbeing and mental wellbeing. Brilliant results, brilliant progress for the organisation.
Fantastic. So we should have Sharon with us today, and also the Thrive lead, Laura. So if so, can you turn your cameras on?
Good evening. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Sharon.
We unfortunately haven't got Laura, but we've got a glamorous assistant, Claire Mayer, who's our head of Wellbeing, RD and Inclusion here. So just to make you aware.
Yeah, brilliant. Now, is there anything you particularly want to pull out then, Sharon, that you think others might be interested to hear? Anything particularly different that you did?
Yeah, I think I'll ask Claire to speak about it a little bit more, because she's the brains and the magic behind a lot of this. But I think particularly for us has been the fact that every intervention that we've implemented here at the ROH has been colleague-led, but with great sponsorship from our managers and our exec team and our board. But Claire will particularly speak about the cost of living work that we've been doing and the impact that that's had on all elements of wellbeing. So I'll hand over to Claire to get her words on it, really.
We've really worked hard over the last 6 months, really, just to listen to colleagues about cost of living. We even before it was really starting to hit, that's the key for the work we do. We get out there and we hear what colleagues need and want, and some of it is financial support. We've done an awful lot in terms of helping there, but actually our colleagues are saying, as we're going through these really tricky times, we just want some good health and well-being, simple interventions that are just going to lift spirits for us. So you know, some of the great things that people love are things almost like the Knit and Natter Club, where you can come together and just talk about, you know, what's going on in your life, and just having help and advice from others. We've started the £1 meals in our Cafe Royale, which means that people can get a really great hot meal every day for a really good price. And our wellbeing room has got lots and lots of great information that people can just kind of go in and find what they want about things like exercise and also cost of living. So that's really made the difference for us. And actually, it's the simple things. So we started with our exec team, and they get their tea trolley and they load it up with a nice cup of tea and biscuits and lots of health and well-being and information, and they walk around the hospital. As you can imagine, here for the last 2.5 years, we've all been closed off from our clinical colleagues. So it's the small things like that where execs are going around saying hello, saying thank you for all the work they've done, and here's some information to help not only you but also your families as well. And while you're at it, have a cup of tea and a biscuit. So it's small things. And I think also as a trust, we recognise that we're in a big part of a very large community, and so our colleagues are really finding that it's helping them to help others. And so we're really linked in with the local food bank, Ruby Swap Shop, where we're helping with uniforms and shoes, school shoes. So for us, it's cost of living, but we're helping ourselves, but we're helping others as well, and that's making a massive difference to how all our colleagues are feeling.
Well, Claire, thank you for being so very practical at these challenged times. So Claire and Sharon, thank you both indeed very much. Back to you, Paul.
Indeed. So on to Warwick District Council, providing a range of vital services in my district, and they're based in Leamington Spa. So let's hear their video, please.
Hello, I'm Chris Elliott. I'm Chief Executive of Warwick District Council, and I'm really pleased to receive this award on behalf of Warwick District Council because it recognises all of the positive achievements the scheme has inspired. That's ranging from mental health awareness training to tailored health checks to awareness campaigns, and backed up by our ongoing staff surveys and staff engagement.
Hi, I'm Jody Tracy. As portfolio holder of the council, I'm proud of this achievement, which supports that we're a progressive and supportive employer. I'd also like to pay special recognition to the team of officers from across the organisation, including our health officers group, and with special mention to Karen Weatherburn, who's the Learning and Development Officer. This has also been achieved in conjunction with Unison, who are represented with us today by Paul Town. I'd like to also give special mention to Nikki Kerwood, our Marketing Communication Manager, and Tracy Dolphin, who's the Head of People and Communications, and everybody else at the Council.
Great. Now, we should have Karen, Jody, but also Chris Elliott and Tracy Dolphin on the line. If so, can you open your cameras and mics, please?
Hi, I'm Karen Weatherburn.
Are you in charge today then, Karen?
I think so, obviously.
That's lovely. No, that's lovely. So we just heard from your Chief Executive, Chris, there.
Yeah.
Now, something that was mentioned in his speech, and I hope you're the right person to ask this, because again, this is a bit of a theme, but I haven't called it out with anybody yet. Staff surveys. Can you see the advantage of the Thrive programme in your staff survey results?
When we started our journey quite a while ago, as Jenny and Sharon knows, it's taken us a time. We've done quite a lot of staff surveys, and we are getting more people actually filling them in. And I'm hoping they're filling them in honestly when you look at it. So yes, I think so. Yes.
Brilliant, brilliant. And I'm told that you've now got a particular set up where you've actually offered a health scheme through BUPA as well. So this is a new provision as well that you've made for your staff.
Yeah, a health and wellbeing scheme. It's a cash plan scheme, but it also has an EAP. I've probably got the letters the wrong way around.
No, that's
Employee
right.
assistance. No, it is right. Yes, EAP programme where members of staff can ring up 24/7, and also family members can use it as well. And it's totally confidential.
So really clear, again, practical support for your staff. So lovely. Well, Karen, again, we could talk all day, but I'm trying to keep the pace going. So thank you for what you've done, and many congratulations to you and all of your team in Warwick.
Okay, thank you.
So back to the private sector. Our next organisation is Denso Automotive UK Limited, a global manufacturer of automotive components. They've got 150 employees, and they're one of the organisations that have achieved not just foundation, but also bronze too. So a massive achievement for them and their Thrive lead, Michelle Evans. Now, I hope that Michelle, along with Kelly Bolton, are on tonight. If so, can you switch your cameras on, please?
Hi there. Unfortunately, I can't switch my camera on, but I do have a few words, if that's okay.
With pleasure, Michelle. We can hear you loud and clear. Far away.
Brilliant. Thank you. So first of all, thank you for the award. We've had quite a journey since starting the programme in late March this year. It's involved a lot of work, but has offered us a great opportunity to demonstrate and improve our commitment to the health and wellbeing of our colleagues by making changes and implementing new policies to improve our practices. Running the monthly initiatives for the Bronze Award has really helped to engage all levels of staff and has made a significant change to the culture within the business. It's helped that the programme has been fully supported by our MD, Alan Richards, which has also enabled us to embed the changes in the business. We're currently working towards the Silver Award, and my ultimate goal, as Alan keeps telling me, is to progress quickly to gold. But finally, really, I'd like to express my sincere thanks to Laura Howard, our assessor, who has been a really fantastic support throughout our Thrive at Work journey. So thank you.
You're the first person tonight to mention gold, so the gauntlet is thrown down.
Indeed.
So there we go. So Kelly, you've moved at real pace. How have you managed it? Sorry. My apologies, Michelle. You've moved at real pace. How have you managed to keep that momentum going?
It's been very difficult. It's been, it's been a lot of hard work, as I said, but it's been something that I was really keen to start work on probably a little bit too keen. I've probably driven Laura mad, to be honest, with my questions and progression. But yeah, I wanted to make a change within our business. It was a long time coming. There wasn't really a focus on wellbeing at all. Mental health certainly was a forbidden topic to discuss. So, you know, some HR changes have helped with that, along with the programme.
Well, you've done a cracking job, and I know you're very focused on the future. So, Michelle, thank you very much for being with us this evening. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And on to the Andrew Lee Dental Practice, a relatively small practice of 16 people based in Leamington Spa. If we can see the video, please.
I would like to thank Jenny, Sharon and the Thrive at Work team for helping Andrew Lee Dental Practice achieve the Bronze Award. With the Thrive at Work, we have introduced monthly yoga sessions for our team to help with musculoskeletal issues due to the way we work. We have introduced a staff health programme, and now we would like to work towards the Silver Award. Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope Seema's with us. If so, can you turn your camera on, Seema? I'm not seeing anything, Andy.
No,
Hello.
I'm not. In which case, let us say congratulations to the Andrew Lee Dental Practice, and we go back to you for the next company, Paul.
So the final organisation.
We've got Andrew from Andrew Lee Dentist.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Yes, I'd like to. Seema is actually on the call somewhere, but asked me if I would be happy to start my video. So I'd just like to say thank you to Jenny and Thrive. It's been a really helpful link for us, which started very much as looking at support for Seema as my manager, and then starting to see how that actually broadened out into what was feasible for everyone within the practice. It's quite easy when you're running a family company, which is relatively small, to think that you can cover things yourself, and the more you look at it, the more you realize that the help of others and sharing experiences is really important. And we've gained a huge amount from having that link with a larger organization and providing resources, so that the times when we'd got quite difficult things to manage, we'd actually got people to link with, and the times when you're really enjoying what's going on, it's great to have people to share with outside and be able to share ideas in the groups that have been run.
Well, Andrew, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for jumping in tonight in Seema's place, and good luck on your own journey. So that's brilliant. Thank you very much. And we'll next go back to Paul.
Thanks, Andy. So the final organisation in this bronze section is WPR Agency Limited. They're a PR agency based in Edgbaston with 48 members of staff. So if we can hear the video, please watch the video.
On behalf of WPR, we are extremely delighted to have achieved the Thrive at Work Bronze Award. We've worked extremely hard over the last 3 years and are very proud to now have this recognition. A big thank you to our own Thrive Committee, who have worked tirelessly throughout this, and also to Mitzi at West Midlands Combined Authority for all her help and support.
Great, and we've got quite a number of people from WPR signed up for the calls. So if you'd like to switch cameras on, talk to Andy.
We're on.
Wow, wow, you've got a whole team there. In a sense, the way your image has come up on makes, I was thinking, am I going to ask this question? But I am. Your video was very, very much about activity, liveliness, slightly wacky things, cold water swimming. What if someone in the team doesn't want to participate? How do you deal with the uncertainty around that?
We do a varied activity programme so that we try and get it as diverse as possible, so that sometimes different people want to take part. So, you know, we've got lots of, we did wild water swimming, but we've done pumpkin carving, we've done rounders, so there's something for everybody really.
Yeah.
And this is the Pride Committee that we meet every Wednesday. So big round of applause to these people as well.
Well, congratulations to all of you. And I also saw you gave people cash to do what they wanted. So as well as the communal piece, there was a very much you choose your own thing. Now, tell me how significant that's been.
We had a £100 wellness grant, which the leadership team allowed us to have last year, and then people just apply for whatever they want to do. It's ranged from people have applied for a pasta maker, cycle helmets, spa days, roller skates. So yeah, whatever they wanted to do, whatever increased their mental health, they applied for it.
Well, I think I should probably say I'd like to come and work for you, but you probably wouldn't have me, so that would deal with it. But it genuinely sounds a wonderful place. So thank you all for being such a wonderful organisation in terms of the award. So thank you very much indeed. Brilliant. Okay, Paul, back to you.
Great. Now, have we got a short animation team?
So that's the number of people obviously employed by the organisations achieving bronze, which is on top of those in the foundation level. So that is wonderful. But of course, you can all work it out. We now go to the silvers. And for that, Paul, it's over to you.
So that brings us to the end of the Bronze Awards. Congratulations to everyone who's achieved that. You now have permission to display the award logo on your organisation's promotional material as a symbol of the excellence which you richly deserve. So that brings us on to silver. We're extremely pleased we have our first two organisations achieving the silver level this year, and especially as they're both relatively small organisations. They achieved the bronze level in 2019. They've built on that. They've continued to embed wellbeing into their practices and their culture, and they should be applauded for the hard work they've done in achieving this next level. So to gain silver, they had to build on their bronze criteria and complete external risk to health theme, which includes additional criteria on financial health, domestic abuse and caring responsibility. And at this level, it asks for staff participation in health and wellbeing activities and training. Trends in absence need to be monitored and analysed, and interventions need to be put in place where required. This really is an excellent level of achievement, and it demonstrates that organisations are taking direct action to prevent ill health in work. So both organisations have done really well to achieve silver. So on to those organisations. The first one is Valley House, who offer a range of accommodation and community-based services for vulnerable people in and around Coventry. Services include supported accommodation for victims of domestic abuse and young parents, and this is delivered by their 52 staff. So if we can see their video, please.
Hello, my name is Lauren and I am the Wellbeing Coordinator here at Valley House. We are very pleased to be receiving the Silver Award for Thrive at Work. We have worked very hard towards this for many months and set up new initiatives such as weekly wellbeing walks and staff health checks. We would like to thank Thrive at Work for giving us the guidance throughout the process, and as an organisation it has put in place initiatives to help us build a more resilient workforce and a happier, healthier working environment. I would also like to thank senior management within Valley House for supporting this programme and recognising the importance of staff wellbeing.
Great. Now, I hope Lauren's with us tonight. If so, can you switch your camera on, Lauren?
Hello.
Oh, Lauren, lovely to see you. So, first of all, many congratulations on being our first Silver Award winner. Brilliant. Lots in your video, talk about senior management commitment, talk about the support from the Thrive team, a theme of the evening. But I think one thing I've been told in your own work, there was a real big thing about it's okay not to be okay. This sort of calling out that position. So do you just want to say a little bit about how that's been important to your collective journey?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for the award. We've incorporated wellbeing days. So within our team now, we've incorporated 2 wellbeing days a year. So staff are able to call up and say they need a wellbeing day for the sake of their own physical and mental health. We've incorporated relaxation sessions, meditation sessions. We've reviewed our practices. We've put weekly wellbeing pop-ups. So they pop up on our laptops when we need to get away from the desk and do a bit of activity. So it's been really great working with the Thrive team. And big thank you out to Jenny as well for helping us through the process. She met with me weekly to get us to the silver.
Wow.
I'm really proud of it.
Wow, you should be really proud. You should be really proud of it. So, Paul, anything you want to add with Lauren on the screen rather than the way I usually do it and hog it?
So I'd just like to say, Lauren, that the saying okay not to be okay is just so important. We hope that everybody will bring themselves to work. But to do that, you need to have a properly inclusive culture. And that's not just about diversity. It's also about people who've got health problems and being open about it and knowing that they'll get a supportive response if they do raise an issue. So well done for that.
Indeed.
Thanks,
so, Lauren, I'm sure I can start everybody else off just saying congratulations to our first silver winner. Thank you. And Paul, back to you for our second silver winner.
So our final organisation in silver, and indeed in these awards this evening, is MBKB. MBKB are a specialist training provider with over 25 years experience in delivering high quality training, apprenticeships and staff development, along with a range of consultancy and support options. They have just 35 staff and they got their staff completely involved in their case study. So if we can see their video, please.
Wellbeing has always been really important to us at MBKB, but Thrive at Work has given us a framework to follow to help us to plan and carry out different initiatives each year to help promote a healthier and happier workforce. One thing that I think has been key to us achieving not only the bronze but now the silver accreditation is getting all of our team involved. So Thrive at Work is an agenda point at every team meeting that we have. And also where colleagues would like to, they've spoken about their lived experiences of things such as mental health struggles and the menopause. And that has really helped create a supportive atmosphere within MBKB. Where we've got team members with particular interests, we've encouraged them to lead and carry out these initiatives. And that's been really successful. Here's my colleagues to tell you a little bit more.
Some of the activities our team have been involved in have included online meditation and yoga sessions, which have taken place during working hours, informal coffee and chat sessions, which we feel are really beneficial as our team work remotely, crafternoon sessions where we've done activities such as painting pebbles, decorating biscuits, making Christmas cards, and we even get our children involved in that activity as well. And all new team members to MBKB are sent a Wellbeing Welcome Package, which includes items such as face masks, bubble baths, herbal tea, so items that they can enjoy before they start working with us.
Always like to celebrate upcoming events and celebrations that are happening within the world, and we like to do this together as a team. Throughout these events and celebrations, we like to recognise each other and celebrate one another. So for example, we've recently celebrated World Mental Health Day, where we all sent each other an email that day explaining how we've been inspired by one another or something that we're grateful for from that day, and that really uplifted and motivated people. I'll now pass you on to our CEO for his view on team welfare.
Hi, my name is Mark Bremner. I'm the Chief Exec of MBKB Training. I just wanted to have a few words with you about the importance of team welfare. At MBKB, we put our culture and team at the very heart of everything that we do, and that is working with each other in a collaborative and supportive way. And it's great to see all our team members following that and helping and supporting everybody. From my point of view, we've put in place several things really to help with team welfare and well-being, and that started with fully flexible working hours, work from home allowance, unlimited holidays, and really just allowing the individuals the freedom to work when it's most appropriate for them. We tried to go a little step further, and during lockdown we bought Disney licenses for everybody so they could utilise that new streaming service, because we knew the pressures they were under at home, especially those with young families. And I think that's just one of the examples of what we've been able to do as an organisation to help our team, not just with work but also with personal stuff. We've got a saying that we don't believe in work-life balance, just life, and we try and act on that every day and ensure the team are fully supported. Thank you.
And we have several members from MBKB here, so if you can switch cameras on. If somebody could shout out hello, then you should pop up on the screen.
Oh yeah, I'm Julie.
So Julie, thank you. So the thing I took from your video, again, there could be lots of questions, was really, it's all about the team. Another of the themes from the afternoon. So just tell me how you've made this about the team, not about individuals.
Yeah, well, I think it's really been important because, I mean, the team has actually grown since we gained our silver accreditation, and we are nationwide. You know, we've got team members in Wales, in Scotland, you know, we work remotely. So I think it's really important that we keep that team atmosphere going, even though we're not all together in an office space. So as we said in our video, we do lots of activities, both in working hours, but also after work, so we can keep that team wellbeing going. And we're really open for ideas off the team. So we use Slack. We've got many different channels on there that we share ideas, and even if it's just a coffee and chat, people just want to log on at points in the day just to catch up. So yeah, we're really proactive at sharing between us.
Well, one of the things I loved from your video was you talked about don't believe in work-life balance, just believe in life. So, I mean, that rather sums it up, and it might be a lovely sort of final piece. So, Julie, thank you for being real leaders today.
We just want to say thank you for Mitzi and Sharon for all the help as well. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you, Paul.
So well done, MBKB, and indeed everyone this evening. You all deserve a huge round of virtual applause. So if we can play the final animation, please, and then Andy will close the event.
So you've got the total number there, 26,000 people, rather marvellous. So I just want to say a very big congratulations and a few thank yous. First of all, can I just say to everyone who's been part of this afternoon, thank you for all the encouragement in the chat. It's been genuinely lovely to see everybody encouraging everybody else. So very simple, the Combined Authority is, of course, committed, as you all are, otherwise you wouldn't be here, to creating those incredibly supportive, nurturing work environments. But what I think also has come out is that improves business performance and, of course, improves employee well-being. It can all happen at the same time. Now, of course, none of this would have happened had we not had the funding from the Department for Work and Pensions, and indeed the Department for Health and Social Care, as supported by the mental health and productivity pilot. So thank you to all of them. And it wouldn't, of course, have happened without the supporting work by the accreditation officers, both at the Combined Authority and at Coventry City Council. So thank you to them. And the last thanks, of course, goes to Dr. Julie Nugent, who's overseen this from a CA point of view, and Paul, who, of course, has helped process this with me very hopefully efficiently. We've done it, but also, as he said right at the beginning, chairs the group as well. So Paul, thank you very much for your dedication over decades to this agenda. And then finally, of course, we should perhaps do that virtual clap to say many congratulations to those who've been awarded today. And most importantly, let's look forward to next year's awards, where maybe we will even have 1 or 2 at gold and many more at silver and bronze. So wherever you are on your journey, congratulations where you've got to, and good luck for the future. Thank you all very much, and good night.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.